Good evening, and welcome to this week's episode of Magic and Booze. I am Scott, the Magic Dude, your host, coming to you from lovely, well, not so lovely now, Philby Liquor. If you saw a post from about a week ago, you'll know that we had one of our customers try and turn the front of our store into a drive-through, only partially successfully. So we have plastic and plywood, but we shall persevere. Tonight's episode is going to be a little bit shorter. I had planned on doing Gamma and Gravity Clips deep dive tonight, but since it just got back from Magic Live, I decided we would do just kind of a roundup of my experience at Magic Live. So this one will be a little shorter. We'll talk about a few of the effects that I brought back. I'm not going to talk about all of them because we're just going to talk about the ones that I've actually gone through the tutorials, practice, and actually performed for a few people. Just kind of a little bit of everything tonight. So, and I'm a little bit under the weather. Not only did I bring back some cool magic tricks, I also brought back a cold which turned into a sinus infection. So I'm a little under the weather, but bear with me. But if you want a longer version of listening to me drone on and on, Magic Patrick, a fellow magician who is kind of starting off on his career path as a magician as well, asked me to do an interview on his channel, and there'll be a link in the description section. So if you want to check that out, it's about an hour long. So if you want to hear a little bit more, why you would, I don't know. He's fantastic, but just kind of on my philosophy on magic and how I approach things and my creative process and just how I kind of ended up here. So check that out, Magic Patrick, out on YouTube, and I'll include a link in the description tonight. So on to Magic Live. It was fantastic. I highly recommend, if you can at all work through it and get to go, I highly recommend you go. I had a fantastic time. The lectures were good, the shows were good, the dealer hall was fantastic, of course. The people were wonderful. Now I know that we get some magicians kind of get a bad rap of being not particularly nice. Out of all the hundreds of interactions I had in the 4 or 5 days I was there, I had 3 bad ones. Well, not bad, but 3 negative interactions out of the hundreds. You take any group of hobbyists or professionals or any group at all, and you have 1,600 people and you meet a bunch of them and you have 3 bad interactions, that's pretty doggone good. So yeah, it was wonderful. I had a great time. It was great seeing Dr. Magic, Charles Lerner. Got to meet his mentor, Eric Burke. Got to meet just a slew of people. We were sitting out in Eric and Charles and I were sitting out in the hallway outside the lecture rooms and just sitting there, and this guy comes up and says he's kind of tired and would like to take a bit of a break. Do we mind if he sits with us? And it was Jeff McBride. And I was like, no, Jeff, please, that seat's taken. No, he was wonderful. David Regal was a hoot. All the dealer hall guys were really fun. I really enjoyed that. I actually got to meet, for those of you who frequent or at one point frequented the Magic Cafe, I got to meet the man, the myth, the legend. This is Don Wand. Now, he has quite a reputation, good and bad, and he was about what I expected, but he was very kind and very gracious. I stopped by, I saw his shirt. He had a shirt that said Don Wand on it, and I asked him, I said, are you this is Don Wand? He said, yes, that's me. Are you eating with anybody? I said, no. He goes, well, sit with us. So he was very kind and very gracious. Opinionated, like we all are, but it was an interesting lunch, and regardless of your opinion of Don, without a doubt, he has the fastest card index I have ever seen in my life, bar none. I tried to get him to sell me one and he wouldn't do it. I'll demonstrate. He said, name any card. I said the 7 of diamonds. 2 fingers in his pocket, out, 7 of diamonds. That's no exaggeration. That's how fast it was. It blew my mind. So that was kind of fun. Like I said, all the shows were really good. It's weird to think that a week ago tonight, Danny D. Ortiz was blowing my mind in his show. It was fantastic. Had a great time. Lectures were good. The only drawback is if you're going to go, and I recommend that you do, I don't recommend that you stay at the Orleans. I thought the facilities for the shows and the lectures and everything like that were fun. They were nice. The close-up show room was really interesting. The big show rooms were good. I mean, it was all, I thought it was all fine. But apparently we stayed at Paris. We didn't stay at the Orleans. But apparently some people had no water, and then some people had hot water only before 7 o'clock in the morning or after 7 o'clock at night. So I guess it was run by former old Soviet Union communist or something. I don't know. But yeah, apparently it was not a great experience if you were staying there. Just check out David Regal's page and you'll know. But if you have a chance to go, do. If I can swing it in any way, shape, or form next year, I'm definitely going. But I said I was going to keep this short, so let's talk about a few things that I picked up. These are things that I've already performed, gone through the tutorial, practiced up over the weekend, and have performed this week at the liquor store. We'll start off with Brett Berry's cocktail cards. I figured they would play well at the liquor store, and believe me, they have. It has a great effect. I really enjoy it. There are several versions of it. I should have bought more than one. Brett, you told me to. I should have listened. Cards, they're just got pictures of cocktails on the front, and then it has the recipes on the back. And fantastic routine. They select a drink. There's a lot of different variations of the routine you can do. I've already done like 3 different ones, and I've liked them all. One is where they select a drink and you touch their finger, have them concentrate on the drink, and you talk about the magic cocktail shaker. The magic cocktail shaker never lies. You take it, you go to port, you open the cocktail shaker and produce their selected drink. Very strong, very cool. And that's just one of a couple variations that I've been working on. That is one of Brett's variations. The one that he recommends. It was really good. The one that's really been, and I think this has been out for a while. I may be wrong. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But Phantom Lock by Tannen Magic. Basically, here's the box. Basically, the effect is you produce a wine glass with a padlock in it, cover it with a napkin, and presto changeo, the lock disappears from the glass and is locked around the stem of the glass. I performed it surrounded tonight, and it just floored about half a dozen guys that came into the store. Very strong, very worth picking up. And the last couple of things, and there are quite a few more. These are just the ones that I've gone through the tutorials, practice, and perform. Are a couple of effects by Roddy and Noel from the Trick Trick Boom guys. I'm sure you guys have all heard of it. Ringo for vanishing a ring, and amazing box for magically producing a ring or any small object. Both are wonderful. The trailer for these is going to be dropping here soon, I think. So I'm not going to, they asked me not to really talk a whole lot about it or do a live performance of them until the formal release. But when they come out, you're going to want to get them. They are awesome. And that's pretty much it for the week. I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe and hit the notification button if you would, please. Share it with your friends. I hope you all have a fantastic week, and thanks for joining me. We'll see you next week with probably gamma and gravity clips, but who knows? Tune in to find out. Have a great week. Thanks for tuning in. Good night.